are back here again once at the Grand National Truck Show, and we are here with actually the Trendsetter. The Trendsetter of the Year.
Trendsetter of the Year.
Right.
Delmo.
Words that I thought I would never speak.
Yes.
Yeah, I finally made it.
Now, do you feel like you sold out?
Not yet. I mean, I would if the bank account showed
Right,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Where's the right zero?
And I'd
Where's
be happy to, believe
Yes.
me.
What comes along with this award nomination?
I would
Is it-
sell out in 2 seconds.
Yes, exactly.
I remember people giving shit to Jesse James for doing that Walmart deal, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, no.
when he made $25 million
yeah,
the first
yeah,
year.
I'm
or
sure
something
he's really
stupid.
upset
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
calling him a sellout.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, sell me out right now, dude.
There you go.
Well, also, he had the pay up sucker
Yeah.
tattoo on. So, give me the money
Give
then.
me the money. Show me
Yeah, I
the
love
money.
him or hate him, dude. That's
Right.
a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, no, it's awesome. This is incredible. This is my first year at this show, but I'm super stoked.
Good.
Did you ever come out for the Grand National Truck or Roadster show?
Always do the Roadster
Yeah,
show. I just know a lot of people in that industry, and these buildings are historic, and it's a rad vibe to be in here.
Yeah.
And anytime you're here, the level is going to be high, no matter if it's trucks or whatever.
That is
They
true.
could have the
That's
Grand
the thing.
National
Yeah.
wagon show here, and it would
right.
be exciting to see.
Right.
Well, even when they do the Suede Palace,
Right.
which was the joke of all the primered hot rods and now you go in there and it's all of them are painted and have panel jobs and super nice quality builds.
Yeah, there's no
and stuff.
rat rods.
There's no rat rods
to be seen. It's
Yeah,
all,
not really anymore.
It's all
Right.
good stuff. Yeah. So
Which that's what this show is too. I mean, this show is growing
yeah.
because it is only in one of the buildings that's here.
Yeah.
But the level that's here, you don't have some of those parking lot trucks.
Yeah. Yeah, not to discriminate, but yes.
Right, exactly.
I
That's
know
what I'm
what
saying.
you're talking
There's a
about.
place for those trucks too as well.
Yes.
But
That's what I've looked at is it's just kind of trying to bring the truck world up
Yeah.
another notch on the similar level of
Well-
hot rods, street rods, muscle cars,
Right.
Yeah.
your sports car, like basically kind of we're not the little stepchild kid anymore.
Well, and it's nice to have a bar that people can aim for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the bar is, let's build a truck that can look good outside at a local show, that's not high enough.
Right.
I think the bar should be high enough to be, I want to be featured as one of the contestants for this prize.
Right.
That's so much higher of a bar.
yeah.
And I think it's what this industry needs because there's a lot of great trucks out there that are drivers. That's what I build. I don't build show trucks.
no,
Yeah.
that's you definitely,
And I don't want to,
Right.
but there is a lot of people that want to do it, and this is such a great achievement to be had for them.
I
so
agree. Yeah.
it has to. This industry, the truck industry, needs this.
I think it's long overdue, honestly.
Yes.
But I also don't want to discount that there are a few truck shows that are very prestigious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're LST right now. I think it'd probably be one of your top.
Yeah, Triple Crown,
Triple
LST,
Crown,
very prestigious.
Right. So I don't want to take away from that.
No.
But I know what you're saying is that it would be nice to have it on this kind of hallowed ground.
Yes.
That if
it's showing the recognition that we feel we deserve for the truck scene.
Yeah. Well, how long
that
is
it's not just the hot rod guys always talk crap on the mini trucks.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
Hey, get out of here, kid. You know,
Right.
and
No.
Now we're at the same level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how long has Grand National Roadster Show been around? Like from
Last
the
75
60s,
75
50s or
this
60s?
year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
75
40s.
years.
Yeah. So all the history in this, like these buildings, and I think it was in Oakland originally or
It was,
whatever.
yeah.
But like, it's a badge of honor to be here.
It is,
Yeah.
and it has been here for the last 25 years
Yep.
or more.
Yep.
So it has its roots here now.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people traveling, from many places around the world to go to
Yeah.
the Roadster Show.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that this turns into that.
Yeah.
It's a great time of the year for LA.
Yep.
The end of September is normally very mild and great weather. We're having great weather this weekend.
I would say it's just when it starts to get a little
Yeah,
nicer.
right. So I think that's a good time to have it. The fair's not here anymore either, so that's also another thing that's not in the way.
Right.
And also, too, September's kind of that, we're in between show season and SEMA.
Before SEMA, before
Right.
Dino's. It's
weather's
it's kind
good,
of like
it's cooling
yeah,
off.
Yeah.
little spot.
Yeah.
So speaking of good weather or cooler weather, you're originally from Canada,
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Polite.
Yeah.
but you were building cars and trucks there before you even came down here. So let's talk a little about young Delmo. And
Young
his
Delmo
ventures.
did all kinds of stuff in Canada, but it was oil field stuff early, and then finally followed my passion into cars. And there is a big car scene in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
obviously,
right, yeah.
But it's very seasonal. You know,
It
there's
has
8
to be.
months of winter.
Right,
so
right, yeah.
It
That's to
gives
say,
you
when
a lot of time to work.
I've gone
on
to
it.
car shows in Canada
Yeah.
in July
Yeah.
and August, and it's been
that's-
awesome
yeah.
because it's good weather.
That's
but
it.
Yeah, that's it.
After that, it's over. So, yeah, I just knew that to follow my dream and my passion, I had to go to the States. So it was inevitable.
But you had a C10, or did you build one or C10, the Pro
so
Street
I always
one, or
had-
did you
Yes,
build a couple more than that?
Yeah, I had some high school trucks that were pretty cool. A Pro Street one. And
Yeah.
always had cut coils, right? We all cut the coils.
All did that, right?
I did hydraulics on one.
Oh.
Before airbags were a thing, but yeah, I was mostly into pre-war hot rods.
Okay.
So my shop in Canada was a hot rod shop. So it was street rods and vintage pre-war stuff. You know, the pickup truck never really took off for me until I moved to Burbank.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, and even
Okay.
then, when you moved down to Burbank, you were working at
Yeah.
the hot rod shops. You were working
That's
at
true, right.
Yeah, still building hot rods. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I built that one truck and put it on the forums, and then
Boom.
it just took off.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
was the 67 to 72
67,
truck
72
forum.
Chevy trucks.
Or
And
yeah,
I-
Chevy trucks.com.
Yeah, my handle was Delmo, and I'll never forget it. Like I took a frame rail. I took a set of frame rails apart. Like I blew all the rivets out, and it was 2 separate frame rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I powder coated everything. I laid it on the floor of the garage, and I remember Dino commenting like, "Oh, there's another truck that'll never go back together." And
So was that a little bit of a challenge?
little did he or anyone else
Yeah.
know that I'd already assembled the truck by the time I posted that photo.
Okay.
Oh, so
Smart.
you were, yeah.
Yeah.
you
So
were-
I was kind
you
of
were
like,
thinking
how am
ahead
I
of
going to
game.
do this? Because
Yeah.
I noticed on the forums people would be months
Yeah,
in between
it's a
taking
3-year-long
updates.
build thread.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fast anyway, so I knew it was only going to take me a couple months to build this truck, but I was like, I'm going to like stock up on photos.
Right,
So that I
smart.
could just dump these things every few
Yeah.
days, right?
You're right.
And as soon as Dino gave me that fuel, then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You said, yeah,
Yeah.
you should have said the next photo you should have
Oh,
posted was like
okay.
it all
Right,
finished and put
right.
together.
Next photo,
And then
it's a
everyone's-
roller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, man, you're fast.
Yeah, yeah. And then I parlayed a lot of that hot rod stuff into the truck. So I would
That's
do
what
the
I
brake
remember
lines
seeing
super
a lot of,
sanitary.
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
rebuild the diff and the. I would show pictures of the new bearings and
Right.
really going over the top with the details, which it was rare in the truck world for people to do that.
Yeah.
And I think it influenced a lot of people to, hey, he's doing it in his garage. I can maybe go to this level of
Absolutely.
detail in my garage.
To me,
Right.
so I was at Street Trucks at the time, and I remember I think you had emailed maybe Travis or me. I
Yeah.
don't know who it was.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, got these trucks up in Burbank, check it out. And I was like, oh, cool. Went up there to
Yeah.
go shoot. But what I recognized, because that was 2010, 11 maybe.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
10 or 11.
So it
yeah.
was after the recession where it was like, I remember specifically like to be on the cover of the magazine or in the magazine or win a show, you probably had to have a newer truck, probably with custom graphics or
Yeah.
tons of body mods and shave
Right.
on the ground, custom interior and stereo. Like you had to spend a ton of money
Yeah.
to have a cool truck.
That's right.
And one of the things I noticed that, you did, Dino, some of the other guys, especially on that forum, was, well, we can make this cool, but we're just going to focus on the stuff that actually we need to make it cool and drive.
And drive, right.
And
Yeah.
not just be an old junk truck.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know? And I think, too, at least from my point of view on it, and I think you probably kind of just mentioned that, of the traditional hot rod stuff where it wasn't the billet stuff, it wasn't the shaved and smoothed lines. You had the
Right.
original door handles on there.
Yeah. Mhm.
And so you kind of carried a little of that style over into the C10 world
Yeah.
on the truck side and then just laid it flat on the ground on a
Well,
portable frame or
Yeah, and
you know.
it's making people feel comfortable with their original mirrors and making
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
feel that it's cool.
You're not
to
inadequate if you don't have this cool-
shitty
yeah.
paint on here. It's
Right.
like if and that's where I get humbled about being a trendsetter. It's because it's like I think a lot of people on the forums were like, well, if Dell is doing it and he thinks it's cool, then maybe I can't just leave these farmer mirrors on my truck, right?
Right,
And
right.
then so we've seen that progress through the years into this patina phase, and
Right.
you see a lot of the old original dealership bumpers left on, and
Yeah.
and I was just proud to be a part of the whole scene when that was taken off.
Well, and I'll tell you flat out, even personally, I hated it. I still to this day don't like patina.
Right.
Right? Because I come from a painter background.
Yes.
So to me, I want to see it nice.
You want to
and
fix it.
I want to fix it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't
Yeah.
like primer spots. I don't like, hey, that's rust. What are we doing?
Right.
But what I thought was unique about it was when someone has the right truck that was patinaed, through age, not through
Correct.
chemicals or anything.
and not rusty.
And not rusty.
Patinaed.
Patinaed.
Sun,
Yes.
sun faded.
To me,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
liked about that is that told stories.
Yeah.
And also too, and this is what I learned, man, it's a lot cooler to have a patina truck when you're driving somewhere.
It's less
Right?
you don't gotta
stress.
worry
You don't
about-
stress about where you park it or you don't do this. You just
Yeah.
get in, turn the key, and it's just miles of fun, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And like Jason said, it's more attainable for the regular Joe
Right.
Schmo, especially these days when baseline paint job is $30,000, right?
Well, and that goes back to, again, at the time, remember, like 2008, we had that recession crash. And I remember, again, too, working at the book, and it was like, what happened to all the brand new trucks?
Yeah.
Like, guys, we're screwed because no one's going to buy a brand new truck and put another $50,000 into the $50,000 truck at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, now we laugh at those prices, right?
Well, yeah.
But that was kind of the
But
truth.
you can
So,
buy a $500
right.
truck,
and you
at
can
the
save
time,
20 or 30 grand on paint by not painting it.
and use that 20 grand on the chassis and fixing all the
Right.
little stuff in the motor, and
Yeah.
there you go. You're
Well,
done.
you could. Unfortunately, the other trend I kind of started was charging $1 million for a patina farm truck.
Right.
Because before,
I mean,
Yeah.
we
you
did
could pay
see-
$2,000 and get a short bed patina truck. Now
Right.
you got to spend $20,000.
Yeah, so there
Yeah.
is a company here that is doing a series for $250,000 that is a original paint, original
Wow.
everything, but on
Yeah.
everything brand new
Right.
and everything modern
Right,
and everything.
yeah.
you
Like the
could think of.
Relic series or whatever they
It's
call
that-
them.
it's
Yeah,
that same-
kind of
yeah,
that
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Which
didn't a car just sell on Bring a Trailer from like one of Icon's Relic series? I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was a 54 Bel Air.
Okay.
Oh yeah, one of the
Yeah,
original
320
ones that they did.
grand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Art Morrison chassis.
Yeah.
Doodly doo.
Right.
Just out of a catalog. Boom. Nice car.
Yeah.
But 320, man.
Well, and I remember this
I mean,
too.
I was gonna say we're talking about how what became attractive with what Dell was doing was because it was more budget
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah,
Right,
that was the
right.
idea.
To then
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
into a couple years
Now it's
later where
the
you're doing
opposite.
six-figure builds
It's like,
and
what have
all
I
that
done?
kind of stuff.
But I will say this: the one thing though it did was, like you said, it made the projects a little nicer because the guys would put money into drivetrain or into suspension,
Right.
whereas it would make the truck nicer and it was finished.
Yeah.
Whereas I've seen a ton of trucks that have been beautiful that are the most dangerous things to ride in.
Yeah.
Or they
Or
don't
just
even
stock,
drive anyway.
everything, or everything else is just.
Yeah.
Well, we've all seen the
regular
SEMA ones
stock.
that are just
That's what
like,
I mean, right.
Yeah, if
We've
you
all
look
had
on
the
our-
SEMA
Yeah,
ones
yeah,
that have
right.
done that
Yeah.
too.
Mom,
Right.
building them.
Right. And I think it's a great progression for people who are new to the hobby. They build a patina truck.
Right.
And they geek out a little bit in the engine bay. They geek out a little bit in the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a taste for... And then the next one they do, they paint it. Or
Right.
they, make it super nice. And
Yeah.
it's a progression that
Yeah.
they outgrow the
You
patina
evolve
one.
and you grow.
You
as
evolve,
grow
right,
it.
exactly.
And
just-
that's what
yeah.
I was going to actually kind of ask on that. I mean, I think I remember. So obviously, you kind of got known a little bit as in the patina crowd, I guess you
Right.
could say.
Yeah.
But then you started doing a lot of high-end,
Which I really-
higher-end
yeah.
painted, full paint job,
Right.
vehicles and trucks.
Yeah.
What was the first customer that said to
Was
you,
it the-
"Hey, I want you to build my truck, but I don't want it patina. I want it nice and
I
painted."
would say LaFonda.
I was
Remember that?
I was
thinking
just
that's what it
thinking that
was.
too, right?
And,
I was thinking
again,
that's what it was.
And again, it was never meant to be a show truck.
Right.
He wanted it nice, and he
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
to do SEMA,
Right.
but it was the conversation was never to win Grand National Truck Show
Right.
or be up on stands with mirrors. Like it was never a thing.
Yeah.
'Cause-
It was going to be a step up from what else was out
because
there at the time.
I don't like that stuff. I
Yeah.
like to look at it. It's awesome.
You don't want to deal
Right.
with.
I don't
it.
want
yeah,
to deal
me
with it. So, and that's fine.
Right.
But I would say that was the turning point from that kind of backyard buildy kind of budgety truck to we're stepping it up. And
Yeah.
and that was in 14.
14.
Was it? Yeah, 14.
And that truck was like a $140,
Yeah.
which for then was crazy.
Right.
Right. And,
right.
But now $140 doesn't get you anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, well, the truck I was just talking about, 250,
Right.
without any of the paint.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people find out real hard. The hard lesson pretty quick is even if they build it themselves or they're the general contractor on the truck.
Right.
So they bring it to this guy for paint. They bring it to this guy for interior.
Yeah.
They do a few things and they find out real quick how much it costs.
Yeah, it all adds up.
So if you've been following us on Auto Revolution and checked out some of our OBS Clash build series or even the documentary we did a few years ago, you know we do a lot of stuff with Beltec suspension. What's really cool is they partner with us to give you guys free shipping on every order that you use the code AutoRevolution at beltec.com. Once again, you can get free shipping on everything from OBS lowering kits to Jeep and brand new lift kits, sway bars, shocks, you name it. You can get it at beltec.com. Use the code AutoRevolution at beltec.com to get free shipping. Now back to the show.
Well, and this is something too, and I don't want to pick too much fun at this because, like you said, there's a business in this, and that company has figured out a formula. And yesterday, Jason and I were looking at this, and of course, I saw the price tag, and I was like, "There's no way this is ridiculous." Until I really read what they were offering. They're offering that truck to be done in 90 days, and to some guys, that's everything.
Yeah.
Some guys are like, "Look, man, time's
Yeah, I want it
time's
now.
a waste, and I want it
and
now."
He's gonna,
Right.
yeah, he's gonna
Right.
lose interest by
So,
the time it's.
And there's other people that are like, yeah, they'll have their 10-year build and not realize, dude, you gave up 9 years of enjoying a car,
Yeah.
right? Where you could have, if you had the right money, you could have just
Yep.
made the deal.
Yeah.
So I applaud them in that,
Hats off to them.
right? But I also have my sticker shock because then I look at it doing all that, like, dude, I can do this.
Yeah.
But
It's time. Yeah,
It's-
time or money and talent. And
exactly.
Which one do you got?
Right.
and
Which
which
one
do
you
you
got?
want to spend?
Right. Right.
And at the end of the day, it's what are you in it for, right?
Right.
Like if I wanted to be rich, I would not be doing this.
Right.
Or I would find ways to get rich, but I would have to compromise things that I hold dear.
Yeah.
Quality, my relationships with my customers. I really
Yeah.
try to treat them right. And
Yeah.
my customers aren't billionaires, right? So they're blue collar, successful guys that can spend $200,000 to $300,000 on a truck. you
Right.
know? And that's the lane I want to stay in
And
because
those are the guys that want trucks, I think.
I think so,
It's-
too.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're getting a
Yep.
Lambo or a Porsche
right,
or something.
Right.
Right.
So
You're
to
another
treat
type
those
of guy.
guys right, I can sleep at night. I think it's I'm real happy where I'm at.
Yeah. No, it's smart.
So when did you? I would say not transition into the 4x4 kind of build world, or
This was
just
probably-
add that on to your repertoire of,
it was
what you were doing.
pre-COVID, and I'm always looking for something different. And I noticed the whole solid wheel with hubcap thing it took off.
Yeah.
The vintage
Delmo
looking
wheels.
LS thing
Yeah.
took off. So the patina thing was happening. I was like, I have to do something. I have to keep moving.
You have to keep innovating and keep.
And I'm not putting,
figuring something out.
I'm not going towards the. I don't even know what's that called with the modern wheels and the spoilers and all the.
Pro touring
that's
or
not me.
Yes,
performance.
yeah.
So there's
type.
other
Yeah,
people doing that.
Yeah.
So I can't improve on that, or people already have that dialed.
Right.
So I have nothing to prove there. So always been a huge 4-wheel drive guy. Napco trucks have always been
Yeah.
amazing, but I just know they're terrible to drive.
Yes.
And I'm not just going to build any 4-wheel drive. So then I got together with Eric Black. He obviously had the same idea and pitched an idea of a series of trucks modeled on that vintage styling.
Real fun.
And if you know anything about Eric Black, you know that he tweaks them, changes things very subtly, and still retains that classic look that I love.
Right.
So he came up with the idea of a 7-foot bed made at a mid-length wheelbase, which
Sure.
proportionally makes the truck look correct. And so we look at these guys. And so that's what we did. And at the same time, I was working with Roadster Shop. They were developing the RS4.
Okay.
And so we chose the Apache, which is the one I brought today.
Yeah.
And they brought it out. I got the first one, and then they launched their whole RS4 platform.
Nice.
And they've been crushing it with those.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's created this whole scene of.
But that's the evolution
classics.
of this.
Yeah.
I mean, really, yes, I'm still a guy, two-wheel drive, I still like a lower truck, but we can't keep building the same trucks So for it to evolve into this four-wheel drive
yeah,
thing,
and you
why
can
not?
have fun with it. And,
Yeah.
and it's like you're saying, it was trying to keep that classic truck style, but obviously upgrade and modernize the suspension, the engine, so it drives better.
Right.
It's the same thing you're doing on the lower side,
which is actually the hard part. The hard part is not bolting shit on it.
Really?
Because it's so easy to just buy some off-the-shelf parts, or it's really actually. I go through a lot of effort to make the truck look like it's stock.
Yeah.
It's one of those things
even
that
then
nobody
you got the Delmo
notices.
4x4 spear,
Right, but
machine
it looks
billet,
stock
but it's the exact same.
Right,
Yeah.
the wheels are billet,
Yeah.
and took a ton of time, but they look stock.
Right.
So it's all these things, and it's a restraint thing, you know. And I was having this conversation earlier with somebody about I'm the trendsetter of the year, but I haven't I'm trying not to set any trends. I'm trying to keep the trucks.
I was going to say you've set a few
original.
trends.
Yeah.
No, but
I have, but
you can set trends by by not doing certain
the trend
things.
is to be
Yeah,
It's like
if-
a Seinfeld
it's-
episode. It's like a show about nothing.
Yes. It's
It's like-
exactly right.
Yeah.
editing yourself or editing what
Right,
you're doing can set a trend.
Yeah,
you know,
but it is
and do
actually
all that.
very hard to restrain yourself from putting all this new stuff that's on the market out there and making something from scratch that looks old and original and fits the timeless look that we always go for.
And that I think is super important about what you've created is that you haven't put, and I always joke about this, it's like the old grandma with a set of fake boobs. Like it just doesn't look correct.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
so
just a bolt-on piece.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's an add-on, you know, so you don't want to put the screen, even though the screen might be very easy to use and something like that for navigation, but they didn't have a screen in 1958.
Right.
So now what do you do? And then, you know, do you hide it or do you not even have a screen, right?
Yeah,
so,
we don't.
If you're trying to do a screen, it's like,
you know,
there's
that's
no point in trying to hide it.
Yeah,
Right.
for example, like in the Apache, the monitor is the actual rear view mirror.
There you go.
There's no screen in the dash, there's nothing, but there's still a backup camera with a monitor.
So it's just hiding.
It's hiding.
Hiding all
the
those
stereo
features.
is hidden, but it's incredible. It uses factory knobs. It's just like you'd never know that truck was what it was.
Right.
Until you jumped in it. You're like, oh, an old Napco. And then all of a sudden you're going 100 mile an hour down the road
But
with air
see,
conditioning on.
but that's your trendsetter,
Yeah.
right? Because even if you passed me at 100 miles an hour, I probably would be like, look at this idiot. Like he's driving a Napco truck at 100
I was
miles
that
an hour.
straight six going that fast.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So it's really humbling to see influence out there.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that I've influenced people to keep things clean and, you know, tidy.
Right.
But also, I look at some of these trucks that these people are building and I'm blown away. Like the quality is bananas. Like hats off
and it
to all
even
the builders.
keeps exponentially
It's
getting
awesome.
more
It
because
is
now
awesome.
newer technology, obviously CNC and
Yeah.
built stuff,
3D printing, all
but
that
now,
stuff.
3D printing, but then you can hide it
Yeah.
in a different material. It's all that.
right.
Call you.
Yeah. No, exactly. That is, I think.
And that was one of your early customers right
Yeah,
there.
Cameron
Cameron.
Glendenning. Yeah, I built the Jackalope? No,
That was-
Kraken. The
Kraken.
It was the
Kraken.
59 GMC.
59 GMC.
Yeah.
That now I just put him together.
Oh, okay.
Because he was the guy. He was the guy that worked at the bar.
Yeah.
Just put him together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I'm like looking, going like, yeah, I do recognize that guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about a cheap truck, right?
Yeah.
So
but he drove the hell out of
he
that
drove
truck.
the shit out of things. So that truck was, I think we paid $4,500 for it or something.
Right.
Original paint, GMC, big window.
Yeah.
No limit front rear suspension
Right.
for however much, not much.
Yeah.
A used LS1, 4L60, no AC.
Yeah.
Used the original column, hooked it up to the shifter.
Right.
I mean, wheels and tires. He was probably into that truck for $35,000, and it was awesome.
But just drove it like he stole it. Like I'm telling you, I'd see him ripping around. I'm just
Yeah.
like, dude, this guy is like, he's using it.
$35,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we
that wasn't
okay.
that long ago.
Now we just had this conversation about a truck that a friend of mine, I took him to go buy old Ox.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And at the time, and of course, old Ox had kind of
It's
arched
been through
itself,
a couple
right?
builders and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So driving down there, I don't remember the guy's name, but we drive down to San Clemente, took a look at the truck, and my buddy that I grew up with, I'm like, look, this is everything that you want.
Yeah.
You can turnkey buy this right now.
Yeah.
And my friend owns a body shop and very respectable upholstery shop.
Yeah.
So he goes, well, the paint's kind of hammered and I mean, the interior's kind of beat up. And I'm like, aren't you the guy?
Isn't that what you?
Isn't that what you do?
Yeah,
He goes, yeah, but then I'd have to take it apart and this and that. And he goes, nah, I don't. And at the time, I mean, you know the truck well.
Yeah.
LS3 powered,
Yeah.
Porterbuilt, build specialties.
Yep.
I mean, I'll check all the boxes.
Yep.
And he wanted $35,000 for it. So, I mean, I left going like, I think I need to go find $35,000.
That's insane.
And he
So 35 or was it 50?
no, it was 35.
35? Oh,
he was
wow.
asking 50, and he said he'd take
Oh,
35.
shit. Oh, wow.
So that's why I was like, dude, this is a deal right now. This
Oh
is
my gosh.
you should be driving this home right now.
I'd be like, start the
Right.
car.
And he ended up passing on the deal, bought a truck from Texas for $25,000,
Yeah.
took it completely apart,
Yeah. Put 60 into it.
100,
Yeah.
and built Old Ox.
Yeah.
It's a tuxedo truck with
Yeah.
the same
I mean, it's
interior.
probably beautiful.
No,
though.
it's gorgeous.
but yeah.
But it's like you would have had a head start a little
Yeah.
bit before.
And so then here, and he does drive it. I mean, I'll give you credit. He
Yeah.
drives it.
Yeah.
But I think he would drive Old Ox more because it had a little
Sure.
bit of road rash, a little
Sure.
bit of, there might have been a mustard on the seat.
But even then, that was one of the first trucks with a paint job
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
did a lot
Yeah.
of work on. It. Like it had been painted, probably 10
Yeah,
years
but
before that
it
or
was a
something
decent
like that.
driver
so-
paint
It was,
job.
right.
It showed well.
It did, right.
Yeah, but again, you could take. I took that truck down the Angeles Crest, hauling ass.
Right, huh?
And not afraid of it.
Yeah.
Just like, who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That truck was awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun truck. I mean, I wish I would have known what happened to that truck because,
Yeah, I don't know where. it
yeah, I
ended
don't know
up.
where that truck is now.
So what would you say of all? Let's go personal builds and customer builds. What just popped into your head right now when I asked what your favorite one is?
Gosh.
All right.
I mean, I have to say probably Larry, maybe.
Larry,
Really?
the
Yeah.
K5 Blazer?
Maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
that's had a second life now. Too.
Yeah,
With,
yeah.
Right.
what's
Huh.
his name?
Yeah,
Who's
Devin
the-
Booker owns
Devin
it
Booker.
now. And
There you
stuff.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's a tough one. I don't know.
Well, and that
There's
was
so many.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that or Old Ox was one of the first ones you put an LS into?
Yeah, I think.
'Cause I know Old Ox.
What was that? There was the
The
red.
Kraken was.
Okay, I was thinking
Cameron's
okay.
put
more
a
C10, but
LS
yeah,
one in it.
Okay.
Yeah, but
What was that one that was kind of like the red oxide primered one?
Keep talking.
the Red Fox.
The red fox.
And then there was that other 67 red primer.
That's
one
the one I'm talking about.
Now
the red,
it's black with flames. We
Yeah.
just finished it. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
There's so many. I don't know, man.
I know. This is it. Talking about, earlier we were talking about my friend Tom McQueenie that passed away, and
Yeah.
it's funny to reflect because now that he's passed, I've kind of gone through like what have we been up to or what did
Yeah.
we do? Man, we built 20 trucks in 25 years, and I look back
That's
going like,
crazy.
what was I doing?
Right.
Right. But then my daughter reminded me. She goes, "Oh yeah, you would stop talking to us in September and wouldn't even see us again until November."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well that kind of makes sense now, right?
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of work, man.
yeah,
That's a lot of
a
work.
lot of work, but
But it seems like all the new ones are your favorite one. It's
Exactly,
like,
like,
okay,
yeah.
because you step it up every time.
Right.
And, I just
or
did
there
one,
was something like right now I'm building a 93 right now that there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do on other builds and I'm like, well now I can do it on this
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I can catch up to where maybe the last 2 or 3 trucks I wanted to do something, but I
Right.
couldn't. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And talk about progression, right? Like you have customers now that are like letting you do different things. Like,
Well,
hey,
and they
can
probably-
we,
yeah, there's
with
a
the
lot-
supercharger on
they
it.
want
Hey,
you-
can we,
yeah.
They don't maybe know what they want for the truck. They just know that they want
Right.
you
Yeah.
to build it.
Right.
Yeah. So,
And
like
then
for
they
example,
trust
I'm
you.
building the square body, and I'm like, "Hey, what do you think about these Nelson racing motors?" And
Right.
they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay,
All right. Yeah.
let's go."
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Totally.
So now that'll be my favorite because it's 1,200.
Now it's kind of
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
got
so-
all the
Yeah.
bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fun, man. And honestly, it's almost who's my favorite customer because
there you go.
you can build the baddest truck on the planet for a complete asshole,
Right.
And it's just not a fun.
You're not gonna
It's
enjoy
not a
it,
fun
yeah.
experience,
Right. And that's how you'll remember it.
Yeah,
too,
and
is-
I'm
yeah.
super lucky to have all my customers are awesome, and I kind of interview them first before I agree to do a truck with them,
Right.
Because I don't want it,
It
to
turns
be
into a
stressful.
little bit of a relationship.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it
don't want it
is.
to be stressful
If
for
it's-
me either.
Yeah.
So let's have some fun with this.
Right.
And if I get a bad vibe, I just won't do the.
Yeah.
won't do the thing.
Because you don't want to dodge the guy. You don't want to be like, oh, here he comes.
Because I can always
Yeah.
steer them into a nice looking truck, even if they have a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I can, like a tattoo artist, kind of like,
Yeah.
you don't want Yosemite Sam with a hockey stick.
Right.
Let's maybe do this instead,
Yeah.
right? Maybe a barbed
man.
wire tattoo or something.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, or a tramp stamp. Like,
Yeah, right.
But
It's coming back.
so you can always steer that, but what you can't do is change their attitude. So I really work hard at trying to do business with really good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's also a gift that you have, because you're not saying like, I got to have every single person come into my shop.
Yeah, no.
Right. And there's businesses that are like that. There's custom shops that
Yeah.
are like, I need to take every single person in here, so I'm just going to do what the guy says.
Yeah.
And then I think those people look back later and go like, man, I wish my customers wouldn't have,
Yeah.
created my style.
Right.
Well,
Right.
that's the thing. Yeah, they're gonna, if you're doing that, then that's who's gonna dictate what a Delmo truck is.
Right.
or
Right.
Yeah,
what
they're not coming to
something
me
is.
to get a
Yeah.
different look that
Right.
they've seen over here. They're
Right.
coming to me to get my stuff.
Yeah.
And you're not a tire shop.
Right.
You're not here just to like put on some wheels and send you down the road, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've grown to be able to be comfortable enough to tell them straight out, no.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
No hard feelings, but we are not doing that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that blue collar truck, the blue 66, he really wanted it like a tan with white wheels.
Okay.
White solid Delmo specials.
Right.
And I'd seen 3 of them at SEMA.
Yeah.
66 trucks, sand color,
Yeah.
white wheels.
I think
just
there's a
told
couple of
I'm-
them here.
I know, right? Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
We're ready to go to the paint shop. The truck's already been pre-assembled once. And I go, he was hell bent on this color. And I said, you'll have to find someone else to finish the truck. Full stop.
Right.
No hard feelings.
Yeah.
We're all actually cleared up on the bill too. Like but I will not paint it that color. And he's like, are you serious? You full serious? I go, yep. We have to change change the color and change the wheel color.
Right.
And he trusted me, and we did it a Subaru kind of blue.
Yeah.
That is killer.
That is
we did
killer
black
color.
wheels, and it was just knocked it out of the park. And he
Yeah.
was so happy afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you just have to trust the process.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But he
No,
didn't
that's
fight me
the-
on it. He just knew I was serious about it. And
But if you weren't saying that, then
yeah.
you were just going, all right. He wouldn't have never,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, fought
And
it because that's
maybe
what
he
he
would
thought
have been
he wanted,
happy
had
or
his
whatever,
mind.
but then he would have seen the other one in
Yeah.
town.
Been like, oh yeah, that
Yeah,
guy.
would have
Right.
something
Yeah,
else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I try not to steer him wrong. And I
Right.
never do it for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
I really thought it needed to be a different color.
No, and I think that again, that goes back to your brand. Why are you just painting the same thing or doing the same thing that the other
Right.
guy's doing, right?
Right.
So you have to evolve and get your brand out there as well.
Yeah, true. And staying true to your brand is okay.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're repeating it. It's
Right.
like, hey, this is my recipe.
Well, that's what we
the
we
combo,
joked about the
yeah.
demo
It's like,
combo.
Yeah,
why
demo combos.
Yeah, KFC is so popular, right?
Right.
Because it's the same.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, that was what was the Dell combo number 3?
Yeah,
I
the
think that's what we
Dell-
called it.
yeah, yeah.
So it was LS,
Yeah.
portable chassis,
Solid wheels and the
then
portable
solid
and
wheels.
the
Yeah.
Actuator.
Right.
Yeah.
And- oh yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's
Actuator,
always
right.
the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it worked.
No,
And that-
and
well,
that's
That
the
was
thing.
great.
Right.
And that's what I remember at some point getting a lot of people, not on anything necessarily you're doing, just C10 stuff in general of like, oh, now it's just turning into a mail order,
Right.
deal. And it's like, but there's only so many ways. You want a truck to lay on the ground,
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
and
You want it V8
adjustable
powered. You want it.
and
Yeah.
drivable and enjoy it. Well, this is the best solution for
Well,
it. So
yeah.
why really go with anything
And
different?
it's not
you
my
know?
fault if there's a bunch of people that want that same
Yeah,
style.
exactly,
So I
right.
have to comply if they all want that style. It's not that I'm trying to repeat myself. It's just that I have a
No, then people are
there's a
gonna come to
demand.
you
There's a
to-
demand for
for
this
that
combo
specific.
number 3, and I'm be stupid not to build
Yeah,
it.
right. Exactly.
So
right.
yeah,
Especially anybody that's ever owned a car anything shop.
yeah,
It's stupid for you to walk away something that's popular.
absolutely.
I mean, you're leaving money on the table
Yeah.
for somebody else.
and if you're familiar with it, then it's
Exactly.
easy to do.
Right. Right.
So,
if this is your second nature, then
yeah,
go
happy,
with it. Right.
happy to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So-
But that, again, that's a gift, right? And is
Yep.
it? I'm sure that there's been some sacrifice out of that deal. I'm sure you have pushed some people away that you're like, but
Yep.
in the long run, it made more sense.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Low stress, and just do our thing.
So you mentioned Burbank, but you've left Burbank a couple years ago now.
Yeah.
A couple, but it's been
10.
10. I know, right?
Yeah, we're in
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Prescott, Arizona.
Yeah.
We love it. Small town.
Right.
Prescott.
Prescott.
Prescott. Yeah.
Right. Prescott.
And I wouldn't pronounce it like
I don't
that
know, it's
for a
something.
long time because
Right.
I'm like, that's not how it's spelled. I'm not saying it
Yeah.
like that. Until I found out from an old timer why they say it. And after he told me the story, I was like, okay, I'll say it like that now.
Spill the beans.
So back in the 1900s or whatever, in the late 1800s.
Okay, I was going to say in the 1900s could be 1995.
Yeah.
Early
Okay.
1900s, late 1800s.
Okay.
Out-of-towners would come in to buy land. They'd go to City Hall, whatever, try to do the deal. They didn't want outsiders coming in and buying land. So they're like, how do we distinguish the two? Let's start calling it Prescott. So anyone that comes in and is like, I live at whatever Prescott,
Yeah.
and they're like, no,
You're not
don't.
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's clever.
Yeah.
I think I can get on board
Yeah,
because
you-
now
like,
I
know the reason behind
and
it.
I feel like
I'm
I'm a
good with
local
it.
now. So I'm like, okay.
You know, that's a funny thing you say that because I grew up in Southern California here by the LAX airport. And there's, of course, Sepulveda Boulevard, which is the longest street in Los Angeles County.
Okay.
And, it's called Sepulveda, he was a landowner from Spain.
Oh, okay.
Is who he was.
Yeah.
And so people would come in from the LAX airport and they would always ask, like, can you tell me where Sepulveda is? Because that's the way it's spelled. It's spelled
Right.
Sepulveda.
Yeah.
And
right.
that was always the high tourist.
You knew-
You're
yeah,
like, okay,
come
buddy,
around
all
here.
right. And the funny
Crank
thing is,
up the rate.
the funny thing is, most of the time they were actually on it, like because they
Oh, right.
Right,
Because
yeah,
it's
such
so
a long
long.
street.
such
but
a
they didn't
long street, and you're
realize,
like,
where they're
you're on
at.
it,
Yeah.
and they go
Because
like,
it goes
huh?
right to the airport, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes through the airport.
Yeah.
But that was always the funny thing, and of course, they were always looking for the beach, which of course. That was my beach. I'm the local there.
Yeah.
So we were always like, no. You need to keep going south.
Yeah, Anaheim.
Keep going, right? Yeah. So that was always a fun thing.
That's really cool.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
their little inside, handshake,
Yeah.
right?
So I adopted it. Now I
Yeah.
say it that way, and it's all wrong, but it feels so right.
Right. Yeah.
You're doing it
So-
the Prescott way.
There you
We're
go.
doing it the Prescott way.
There
but
you
we
go.
love it up there. It's slow. I mean, and it actually keeps
And
me
it's a
grounded.
big, actually, hot rod car.
I know.
community.
It's
Like,
got a big car scene, but
lot.
I've tried to stay hidden because I don't want to be fixing all these old guys.
Oh,
hot
that's probably
rods.
what it.
That's
yeah,
what
'cause
we
it's a
think
lot of
about
hot rods.
Havasu.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of, it's like same
Havasu's
with
the same
Havasu.
thing.
Yeah.
Like people are like, hey man, you're like a perfect candidate to move to Havasu. I go, what are you trying to say? I'm an old man?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on.
Like, work
I
on
could have a
everyone else's
full-time
cars.
job just wrenching on old hot rods
Yeah.
up there, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Because they're all 80s, 90s
Builds,
builds,
yeah.
or early 2000 builds,
Yeah.
and it's all just horrible.
Edelbrock carburetors
Oh.
and all that stuff that you kind of have to
it's
keep
such a
working on.
nightmare.
It's all the stuff
Headers
that you
and-
didn't
Yeah.
want when
Yeah.
you were working on
Imagine
traditional
redoing
hot
people's
rods.
stuff.
You didn't,
Right.
you
Like-
weren't wanting
And then
to
to
do
them
man.
too, they bought it in the 80s or 90s. So
Yeah.
to them, they're like, "Well, I paid $10,000 for this."
Yeah.
And you're like, you haven't seen my bill yet."
Oh gosh. No, and I've done just helped some locals out, and they're just like, they get the bill and they're like, what?
What? Yeah.
And I'm trying to be fair,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, well, it
Yeah.
took a long time, But,
And that's what it is. What it is.
Yeah, so I try to stay low key, and because there's such a low population, I don't have a pool of talented fabricators.
That is true as well.
So I can't grow, honestly, which is good. So we can focus on quality. I think we're more of a coach builder because
That's a good
we're
way
not
to
a
say it.
production shop at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we build a couple a year, and that's it.
Right.
Focus on quality and
Yeah.
again, they're drivers. So the quality really is focused on durability and reliability.
There you go.
We could spend that time and chrome everything and make everything awesome
Right.
for this, but I prefer the drivers.
Well, it's
That's
a
just
car. It was meant to be, or
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah, it's what
vehicle.
it's
It's been meant to be
supposed to
driven.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So honestly, like if somebody wanted to do the, Riddler or something, I don't know if I'd do it.
Yeah.
Even if they had the budget, I'm like, I don't know.
No, I
if
mean
I
Those
would.
cars
we
are a
know a lot of people
commitment.
that
Yeah.
have
It's
committed,
very political.
committed 8
And it-
years to
yeah.
a build and
Yeah.
millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And then even after the build's done, there's touring it around,
And then it's
there's
worth
a whole
what?
nother.
200,
If that.
right? So you can be creative
yeah.
and build a bunch of cool billet stuff and whatever,
Yeah.
but it's I'd rather build 10 vehicles in that time,
Yeah.
and see them on the road,
Mm-hmm.
seeing them being enjoyed.
But don't get me wrong, because I think that there is a time and place for the display concourse cars.
I love it. Like this. I
exactly.
love it.
And I also think that the people that do that, because like to me, I can tell I've been showing cars for 38 years now.
Yeah.
I have never once had a display. I could never afford it.
Right.
Right. And
yeah, the
there,
display alone's 15, 20
and then the other thing too was even, people go, well, we have the talent to build one. Why don't you just build one? Then I would have to carry it with me.
Yeah.
Who's going to help me set it up?
Yeah.
Where am I going to store it when it's done?
Yeah.
How often do I drink? So I have to look at some of these guys and go like, dude, you guys are doing the Lord's work because you're committed to this process. Like, you have
And
a
that's
tow
what
rig
part
and
of
a
it is.
trailer,
I think
right.
that's part of it that they enjoy.
Yes.
Is the setup, the display,
Yeah.
the competition.
Yeah.
The
My
awards.
hat's off to him, but
And
I
that's
just get
I think-
anxiety.
And then you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
guys like us where it's like,
Yeah.
I just want to look cool and drive around and have a
right.
good time with it.
Yeah.
I want to
and
mob
have
around with
fun.
my friends and,
Yeah.
blow up a freaking hamburger spot
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
cruise to a next one, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of, but everybody has their thing.
Yep.
Right?
It's
So,
just next level.
yeah.
I geek out on details too, but that's crazy.
It's above and beyond. Yeah.
It's-
When I heard the
beyond.
guy, so a friend of ours he's a detailer for one of the cars that are here up for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned that he's taking a shoestring to thread through the stainless hard lines on the frame so he can polish the stainless because you might see the backside of the stainless tube. I'm like, dude, Phil, the body's over the frame.
Right.
I can't see the backside. He goes, yeah, but I can.
Yeah.
Right. So to
And
have
if
that,
it's up on stands, and
right.
the judges are
But to
looking
have
at
that
it.
mentality.
And you go to his house, and his house is just a disaster.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. But no, that's the funny thing to see someone on that level to say
Yeah.
like, I thought of this and I went to the store and bought a shoestring to do it.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like, wow, dude, you're
It's
pretty high
incredible.
speed.
It's a craft on its
yeah.
own.
Right.
And it's neat, man. It's neat to see stuff on, with the mirrors and the displays. And that's why I love Roadster Show, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You always get
stuff
to see
they're
the
doing.
top and that, and a little bit of everything, which
Yep.
is good here where there's a handful of C10s. There's some mini trucks.
Yeah.
Like, we got a body dropped one, a
Yep.
couple here, one that's
Everything.
been at Riddler level,
Everything.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
And
you
the
got
home
some old school
builder.
minis and
Yeah.
some newer trucks as well.
Yep.
So.
Room for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I dig this show a lot. And I really hope it grows. I hope people come and it gets bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's why I think we're here,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it is a good time. It is.
Yeah.
So what's the next thing that you're working on, or what are you currently working on that you can
I'm doing some
share
stuff
and
that's
reveal,
really
or-
not automotive. It's automotive related, but it's not a car or a truck. So it's sort of an appliance that would appeal to the automotive enthusiasts. So I think that I'm going towards the couch money now. So I want to design and build something
something that everyone can put in their house or their garage.
I just kind of want to make
versus-
some money for a change. So I'm trying to think of ways to do that. Yeah.
Sell out.
Yeah. I am looking for the out. So
Right.
We'll put some real big fish
yeah.
music going on right
Yes.
there.
And let's be honest, I haven't had a truck for myself since I started this.
Yeah.
So
Really? Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
that
know.
first
the 65.
Right.
The first
show I
tan-
took it to.
Yeah.
tan one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
First show I took it to, Sam Castronova bought it off me right there, and I never
Yeah.
trailered it home.
Right.
So that was the only one and only truck I built
Yeah.
For yourself.
for myself.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, I kind of want to have something cool,
Yeah.
And I don't know if it'll be a truck or not, but I want to have something.
Right.
So I'm kind of working towards that. And don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but I want to enjoy maybe some of this hobby for myself too. So,
Why not?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's
working
good
on
fun.
that, and just trying to
It's just
trying
a
to
question.
figure
It's going to be your own money versus customers'
yeah,
money
exactly.
to do it. So
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to get his bill.
Yeah. Totally.
you got to pay yourself.
God,
Yeah.
what are these prices?
Yeah. So that's it. That's really it for me. Just upward and onward.
Good. Do you
tell
see
us-
a trend here that you would think would be something that's the future, Mr. Trendsetter? Right?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, we talked about the pro touring fins and wings and carbon
Yeah.
and stuff. That's cool.
All the arrow. Yeah.
But I
Right.
mean, that's been out for
It's been,
I want
yeah.
to say a couple years now.
yeah.
and,
It's been pretty powerful for a while.
God, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, the 4x4 thing's picking up.
Yeah.
That's definitely gotten a lot
Yeah.
more popular and bigger in the
Yeah.
last few
What I
years.
hope is going to come back, and I see a little bit of it, is 15s,
Right.
not so low,
Yeah.
more of the traditional stuff. Old, going back to the 80s.
Well,
So instead of
90s.
traditional hot rods, traditional classic truck.
Yes.
Traditional trucks.
So did you see Jeremy Cook's 95 Chevy outside? It's just white,
No.
17-inch. Because 15s, I know what you're saying. I'd like to see that too.
17s
well, he's
but
saying
for
50s as 80s. You're saying so 17s.
for
90s.
right? 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
So 17-inch Boyd Turbo Tex.
Bring it on.
And Van Diemen last night did a little kind of dip graphic with a little sponge.
Rad.
It's right outside, mint green on white.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping kind of makes a return.
we'd like
and when
to
I
see
say 15s, I mean like Astros or Kragers, like on a van or, that sort of thing. Or if you're going to do 15s, they'd be 15 by 10, with a pretty good tire.
Sure.
Yeah, a little something
jacked
on
up a
it,
little bit
yeah.
in the back. Kind of like
Yeah.
what we used to drive in high school or
Right.
whatever, I suppose. But I kind of hope that picks up steam a little bit,
Okay.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah. I
I mean,
had a
it
big
is,
argument.
But I
well,
think,
it is that big revolving kind of like trend thing. So
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing for what you're saying is convincing tire manufacturers, because that was even
Yeah.
when 15s and 17s were big, and we were trying to go after 20s and 22s,
Yeah.
and we're trying to like tell these tire companies like, you guys got to make these tires.
Yeah.
And now it's like the exact opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, just from a fashion standpoint,
Yeah.
I think it's. I'm a little historian that way. I just love that era. I
Yeah.
love anything 80s. I got a Walkman. I've got all this old 80s BMX shit.
Sure.
and it's cool. So I love that era.
Well-
so I hope it kind of circles around a little bit. It'll never be mainstream, but
Yeah.
I hope there's a
it has,
pocket
even
of it.
then in mainstream there has been some of that coming back because it all
Yeah.
cycles
Yeah.
around.
Well,
and gets
well I know this.
nostalgia going.
You and I kind of share this same passion, which is 80s motocross bikes.
Yeah.
And like, there's guys that I follow on Instagram that I'm just like, dude, that's an 87 CR250. I'm like drooling over that thing.
Yeah.
And the guy wants like $12,000
Yeah.
for it.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, that guy wants $12,000 for a dirt bike, which go buy a new dirt bike. They're
Yeah.
$12,000.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but then I'm like, an 87 was not 12. It was like $3,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally. Yep.
And I mean, that to me, I'm just like so nerd out on that. But
Yeah.
then I get into the details too, because there's like a guy that I know that he restores Hondas, but he puts gold wheels on them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that's popular now,
Yep.
but I'm like,
David Bailey days,
I mean, that's the whole thing. You had to be a factory rider to have anodized wheels.
Yeah.
All of us, nobodies. We had just the regular,
Yeah.
hard anodized freaking aluminum wheels that were
man.
raw.
I love
right.
it.
But now
love
I look
all
at
that
it, and
stuff.
like you said, it's just like, man, check out that David Bailey style.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it goes against everything that the industry wants us to go towards. Technology, horsepower, braking.
Right.
It's all available for you,
Yes.
right? But I got into it with the Roadster Shop guys about this on their podcast. Because I was like, what would you have more fun in on a track? A 69 Camaro, or say a 60, 65 or 66 Chevelle with your chassis and an LS
Yeah.
supercharger, big brakes, or a stock 66 Chevelle with a big block and a 4-speed on bias ply tires.
Right.
Around a track.
Yeah.
What would you have more fun in? Be honest.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to have fun.
And they're
on bias
all
supply
saying
tires
our
and-
chassis and our whatever,
Yeah.
which they have to.
Of course.
But I dare them to go
Well,
for a
that's-
few
what's
laps
your
on a
definition of fun? Is
Fun.
Is
Driving
the fun
it.
going to be sketchy and
Yes.
Yes.
like awesome? And
Yes.
Yes.
That's why I
Adrenaline
feel
pump?
Right.
I'm a
Or
little
you're
bit
gonna-
of an outcast because give me the stock one every day of the week.
Right.
Well,
and
that's-
I'll have that thing on its side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folding the tires over,
Right.
pushing into turns, like,
Yeah.
like
You won't turn a good number, but you'll
No,
be a hell of
no,
a
but
ride.
you're gonna have
right.
fun with
right.
it.
I'll
Yeah.
have arm pump.
Yeah.
And that's
I'll
what
be sweating.
And if someone's
I'll-
a passenger, they're
and
gonna be
a
freaked
massive
out.
smile on my face.
Right.
And that's what you were saying. You're like, which are you going to have more fun in? Not which is going to be
Perform
faster
better, of
or
course.
perform
Yeah.
better.
Right.
What are you going
Right.
to enjoy
Yeah.
having a good
Yeah.
time with?
Yeah.
So that's me, and that's a personal choice, but that's why
I don't think it's a bad one.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to pump a carburetor and flood it and
No,
try to
I know,
start it.
right,
But
right.
like, there's certain things about that old stuff that is just it's a little more romantic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get you. I get you.
And I think we have to embrace that because it's just going to go away. Like, all of a sudden, everything's going to be fuel injected. Everything's
Right.
going to steer and handle like perfectly.
The one thing that I've noticed, and I always bug him about it, is that we're looking at this era of vehicle or truck or car, and like, oh, it's never going to be the same since then. You talk to a guy that's in their 20s or their early 30s.
Yeah.
They're talking the exact same way about a car from the 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a different generation where it's like, oh man, they don't make them like they did in the 90s
Right.
where like fucking the 90s were shitty cars. They
Yeah,
made them
yeah.
better in the 70s.
Right.
It all just
Yeah, it does.
kind of
Yeah.
goes through generations.
Well, we
with that.
keep roll-up windows in our trucks. We keep the dimmer on the floor, and that's all for a reason. Like
that because that's for the feeling of
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
The nostalgia.
It's the romance of the old
of it.
pickup. We
Right.
could easily put power windows in it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But
Whatever.
then why
Big
do you have an
screen
old
in the
pickup?
dash?
Yeah,
And
right.
we could actually put it on a new truck chassis with the new truck dash in it.
Which people do that.
But I'm like, no.
Right.
You
It's not
want
the
to have
same.
that
Right.
vibe and that feeling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not any of the things that are going to piss you off
Right.
when you're trying to drive it.
That's why I'm saying it's hard to do that. It's hard
Yeah.
for people to keep that
That
dimmer
restraint
on
a
the
little
floor.
bit.
Yeah.
To keep the roll-up windows.
Yeah.
Just make them work good.
Right.
But it's like, that's what it's all about to me.
Well, and I think this is hard because I've ran into the same problem before, like where I built a car for a guy and the guy goes, man, this thing, I love it, but it just doesn't drive like my Tahoe. Or it
like,
doesn't
yeah, 'cause
drive
it's
like
not
my
a brand new
Lexus.
Tahoe.
Right.
Right. And you're like, oh, well, let's think about when it was engineered, what we did to it,
Right.
and also what its use is.
Yeah.
Because you're right. You're not going to commute with a 5-speed roll down window, no AC truck in LA. You're not
Yeah.
going to do that.
Right.
Right. But on Saturday or that Sunday where you want to get up and go rip down the coast and relive, 30 years ago,
Totally.
then that's really what you're going to do. Window down, arm out,
Yeah.
having a great time.
Yeah.
And who cares if you sit in traffic and have to pull a gear shift a couple
Yeah.
times because you're not doing it every day.
Right.
But every day,
Yeah.
Yeah, might
Right?
not be the
No.
best.
Yeah. And
Right.
maybe I'm saying that just because that's all I can afford. Who knows?
well, there's that too, right?
maybe
but-
if I had one of those roadster shop cars, I'd change my tune. But,
right.
But honestly, I still would get more enjoyment out of just wheeling the death out of some old big block
Yeah.
something or other.
Yeah.
Manual steering. Just like, let's go.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's say, yeah, you got a newer car or a newer truck that
Yeah.
you can
Well, you can jump in
get in
anything.
and jump
you
in
could go
that,
rent a
but
Corvette and do.
it's an experience
that.
when you're
That's
getting
what-
into something
Yeah.
Right.
older.
And those
or a
cars are
little different.
so good now. You can build a 69 Camaro so good
Right.
Yeah.
that it will do the same thing as a new Corvette will do.
Exactly.
Almost,
Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah, at one point it's just the
The shell around
shell
it.
on the
yeah.
outside.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
which is super impressive.
Exactly. Right.
But for
Yeah.
me, I like to get a little loose and a little squirrely. So
Yep.
that's where my heart's at.
Nice.
Yeah,
well,
man.
Well, cool. Appreciate you
Yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
down with us,
Thanks
Mr.
for having me.
This is
2025 Trendsetter.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, just give a kind of little rundown on where people can follow you, your website,
Yeah,
parts you got on there.
Instagram is Delmo Speed, delmospeed.com for LS kind of conversion stuff to make it look old school, billet door handles. Delmo 4x4 if you want a really expensive classic four-wheel drive. And that's it. Yeah, that's it, man. And glad to be here. Super proud to be Trendsetter of the Year. And I hope everyone comes to this show next year because it's just going to be better and better.
Nice.
So thanks for
Cool.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks,
no,
Del.
thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
All right.
Okay, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us here at the Grand National Truck Show. Also, big thanks out to John Buck, Kevin Doyle, the guys here at TMI, and Chris Coddington for our beautiful lounge area that we've
Yeah,
created
this has
here.
been very comfortable.
This is
I
nice.
think we've been in these seats for about 6 hours
Right.
so far
which,
now, and
which kind
we're
of just
good.
feels like a car trip. Like it kind of feels like we're getting out at like St. George, Utah.
That's what we
right
need to
now.
do next time is build a big dash or a car
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
here
yeah.
so it looks like
Have
that.
the wheel like we're
Yeah.
like,
Totally.
Oh, the old movie style.
the old movie
Where
style.
you
You're
just-
driving like this, and the background doesn't change, but you're
Yeah.
like wheeling it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Cool.
cool.
Very cool.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take care.
See you guys.
See ya.